Welcome to Finance 215. My name is Neil Mayers. I will be your professor for this course for the next 10 weeks. We will be working together through this process. Since you have found this announcement and presentation, you're on Blackboard. After you complete this, what I'd like you to do is go up to the discussion board, and this will really be the only time you're going to have to go into that discussion board tab. Go to the Let's Introduce Ourselves section. You'll see some brief instructions for items I'd like you to include. A little bit of background on yourself as along with a picture or image you would like to share, and we'll take it from there. A couple things I would share. One is our goal here. I'm going to tell you, Finance 215 is a rigorous class. This is not necessarily for the faint of heart, but I will tell you that this is going to help show you how complex money management can be, or effective money management can be at a major corporation. It's going to help you understand how to analyze and make the appropriate choices in money management, and will also go a long way to helping you as a financial manager help make your company a major success. So really our goal is to help differentiate you all as major horsepower financiers, breaking these complex concepts into what I'll say are logical, interesting bites. My office hours for the summer are as indicated here. This information is also available under the faculty information section on Blackboard. The only day that I will actually be in the office will be Tuesdays. I will be having virtual office hours on those other days. Can always set up, though, appointments as needed if somebody wants to either come to Culpeper, or I will be on every other Tuesday. We'll be over in the Fredericksburg area teaching a distance learning class, so I would be happy to meet with somebody there if you'd like. Now, the book we're going to talk about the book in a couple of minutes, but it's divided into 5 main sections. After kind of an initial overview, it's going to give you some definition and trends. It's going to have 5 main sections. The first one is financial planning and analysis, which is going to be things like accounting, the basis of accounting, the 3 primary accounting tools that you're going to need: cash flow, balance sheet, and income and expense statement. It's going to talk about ratios as well as some key forecasting issues as well. Working capital management, how you're making the money that you need on a short-term basis to have around, how you're going to appropriately asset manage those funds, as well as short-term financing options. Capital budgeting, or paying for major enduring long-term assets. We're going to introduce the term of net present value, which is one of the most important things as a financier you're going to learn in school, and as well as understand things like rate of return and risk. Under long-term financing, we're going to look at capital markets. That's stocks and bonds. We're going to talk about how companies make money from there. And lastly, we're going to finish up on how companies or financial managers can help companies grow, and cover things like mergers and acquisitions. Now, first of all, in terms of Blackboard and where things are, the vast majority of what you're going to need is going to be in that weekly modules section that you see highlighted there with the arrow on Blackboard. You are going to live in that weekly modules section, and it's going to be listed by the weeks assigned. So you're going to see things assigned 5/20 as of 5/22, for example, today. So each week there will be a weekly module, and that is where you're going to find the reading you need to do for the week, the discussion board, either the PowerPoint presentations or worksheets, and the weekly quiz. Now, the discussion board, there is also a discussion board tab. You don't necessarily have to worry about that. You will be able to access all the information that you'll need for the weekly discussion board topics directly from the weekly modules. After you do the Let's Introduce Ourselves today, you're not going to need to go in through that tab on Blackboard after that. It's all going to be through the weekly modules. So each week you're going to have reading to do, a discussion board, a presentation or a worksheet, and a weekly quiz. Now, other important information above or below that, the syllabus is currently loaded and in place in there. I have attached a copy of Part A, which is unique to this course. The other very important Part B information is also listed below there as well. There's a section there on presentation help you'll see right below weekly modules. That's something I've added for you. That's for anybody that needs to have a refresher on how to structure an appropriate PowerPoint presentation, because we're going to be doing a fair amount of those. You're going to be turning them in, which I would say also I am ambivalent whether you use PowerPoint or Google Slides, 6 to 1, half a dozen the other to me. But there's going to be some help in there along with tutorials if you need some brush up on, starting from how do I turn the computer on to more complex tasks. There's a set of tutorials in that presentation help as well. And lastly, the weekly quizzes are on there. As you see, under tests and quizzes, the only thing you're going to have to find in there is the final exam at the end of the semester, along with Blackboard help. Now, every week, you're going to see, this is as you go into the module. You go up at the top, you see at the very top, this is for the Module 1. You're going to see 4 things. First, there's the reading assignment that you're going to need. There will be a presentation, and typically under each one of the presentation discussion items, there will be either a video or 2 or 3 videos to watch. They generally are short. There may be probably 5 to 6 minutes each. There might be 1 to 4 of them to look at that will give you some support. There also from time to time will be a link or other information that may give you some reading as well. But there's going to be, under each of these assignments, there will be an explanation of what we're looking for, what I'm looking for. There's going to be some video support to help you complete the task. So there's going to be a presentation or a worksheet there. Below that, you're going to see probably a discussion board, which will have all the information there. And then it's not on this screen, but right below that, as you scroll down, you'll see where the quiz is. I want to stress, this information is due, all the homework is due midnight Sunday night. So Sunday night the 28th. The textbook. I would tell you that the textbook, that's a picture of what the textbook looks like. It's Foundation of Financial Management, 16th edition. The tests and quizzes are all done open book and open notes. So they'll be done at home. So it will not give you a major advantage to have an open book test if you do not have the book to open. So you will need to get that. If you do not have it, you need to get it ASAP. I will tell you, I am fine with hard copy. I am fine with an ebook if you'd rather do that. If you want to rent it, that's fine with me. If you want to, if you find one in your backyard, that's fine with me too. Doesn't make any difference with me, but you need to have a book. Now, a couple things on grading. There's going to be 5 main components here. First of all, the quizzes. There will be 10 quizzes worth 20 points each. They will be 20% of your questions. Those are done weekly. The presentations or worksheet assignment will be 20%. There will be 10 of them worth 20 points. Same with the discussion. There will be 1 each week. Final exam, which will be due by 8/2, done at home, will be worth 20%. And in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be handing out a project for you to do that will be due also on August 2nd. I'll have more information on that as well. The grade center will be out of 1,000 points, so you should be able to track your progress roughly as you go through the course. And PowerPoint presentations, another note, are going to be 4 to 6 pages each. One thing I'm going to comment on here in terms of homework, do not assume that you can wait till the end of the semester to turn in all of your homework. I will accept it later in the semester if you haven't completed it, but it will be at significantly less value than when you initially were due to have submitted it. So you will be getting at best half credit if you turn it in a week or 2 down the road. And once again, on one point on discussion boards, each post is going to have a couple of things. There should be a 150-word post answering or addressing the issue that I present to you, as well as 2, you need to, in addition, provide 2 25-word replies to your classmates. I'm going to share with you what to expect from me, and I'm going to do this using a class survey that was done a couple years ago. That, typically speaking, my results are all very consistent with what you see on here, so this should give you a good guideline. First of all, I would tell you that 83% of the class participated. It's probably an average in the school of about 50. A lot of people, most of the class, almost everybody participated. First of all, how much time or effort did you put into the course? 15 people that answered the survey. 12 of them said either a huge amount or a lot. So you should read into that. You're going to have to do a fair amount of work here. I will also tell you, if you ask the same group of people how much did you learn, 15 out of 15 said a huge amount or a lot. 15 out of 15 said I treated them consistently and fairly. And 14 that participated in this course, that gave it a course rating, said it was excellent or good. So you're going to have to put a lot into the course, but if you do so, you're going to get a lot out of it. With that said, please feel free to email me with any questions. One thing I will note, you'll notice on the syllabus, make sure that you indicate which class you're emailing me from. I am teaching several over the course of the summer, as well as have other students from other semesters that will periodically email me, so it would be very helpful. Save me a lot of time if you can tell me which class you're in, save me having to go through and look up a bunch of stats. So I wish you the best of luck. I look forward to the process. Feel free to reach out via email. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will be talking with you soon.